Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and I'm sure as you saw by the title today, we're talking about a variety of game news. We'll finally hear some reviewers review Doom Eternal, and though it hasn't yet released to everyone yet, it has to a select few of game companies like IGN and GameSpot, and they seem to really enjoy the game, saying it gives a different experience than its predecessor, in the sense that you have to combine more strategy with the overall gameplay. The game seems like an improvement from its predecessor, critics are saying, with the huge variety of waves of enemies you face each level, and how versatile the combat system is, along with the unique collectibles inside each level. They only reviewed the single-player campaign, as that was the only one they were given access to, but it got a lot of good reviews from a lot of other companies, opposed to just IGN and GameSpot. So I guess fans should be really excited for the game, especially considering they still have the multiplayer mode and possible future DLCs to look forward to in the future. So there's always that to look forward to there. Doom Eternal comes out on the 23rd of March, which is only a couple of days away. So if I were you guys, I'd start prepping for that. But I'm sure you guys already are. The Resident Evil 3 Remake demo is out, and it's very short. I'm kidding. It may be short, but it was very exciting to play. Especially for a person like me who's only ever played the Resident Evil 4. Or it was 5. Yeah, it was 5. And I think 5 is when the game started becoming an action-adventure game rather than sticking to its roots. And yeah, not really the best one to jump into if you're a Resident Evil fan. I guess that's why I never really got into it. But definitely after trying this beta, it's definitely hyped me up for the real thing. It's basically everything they said it was, and it was a lot of... it was pretty scary to play with things just jumping out in front of me. I was... every time I kept taking out one zombie, or I saw one zombie on the ground, I assumed he was dead, only for him to just get up and surprise me from behind. So that was definitely exciting to see. And the demo was only like 30 minutes. So I was hoping we'd get something longer, or at least the actual full demo version kind of like IGN got. I think theirs was bigger. I probably didn't discover everything in mine. I kind of just did what I had to do and leave. But it still felt short. But I guess it doesn't matter considering the game comes out in about 2 weeks. So there's really no reason to complain there. Anyway, I guess this one really did tend towards the side of the Resident Evil 2 remake. Since that one was about 14 or 15 days from the game's release, which is kind of odd if you think about it, because you would think they would put it out a lot sooner so that they could fix whatever errors the game might have had. You know, at a certain point, 15 or 14 days isn't a lot of time to fix the bugs in the game. Unless if people didn't like it, they were probably just going to push it back, which isn't common now, but I doubt they were going to do that anyway. In any case, this demo came to both consoles and the PC, so that's definitely something to jump on. If you guys haven't played the demo yet, jump on it right now, because it's definitely worth the wait. Also, the Resident Evil Resistance open beta is around the corner as well, and it's set to come out on the 27th of March. It's available for download now, but the servers won't be online until the 27th. Which, if you ask me, is a little too close to comfort, because opposed to this one being 14 days away, that one's actually a week away. So whether people like it or not, I mean, you're getting the game a week after that. But I guess it's just my opinion. And it could be a good way to hype up fans if it is good before the actual release. Anyway, the Resident Evil 3 Remake is set to release on April 3rd for the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. There's still a rumor going around that Warner Bros. Is ready to unveil its next Batman game. And they were supposedly going to announce this at E3, but if you didn't already know, E3 has been cancelled. Yes, surprise emojis. And that kind of puts the gaming industry in a really weird spot. Yeah, gaming companies can still put out trailers, but we won't really have a clue when they'll come out. I mean, to our best knowledge, we can kind of make the assumption that these big companies will kind of release their trailers when there's a lot of traction going on, so probably towards the release of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, we'll start seeing some trailers, or The Last of Us 2, or who knows, maybe even the Resident Evil 3, the week of its actual release. Days where they expect a lot of traction to be online. So I guess we can only just wait and look forward to that. Anyway, blogs like TechAdvisor are thinking that the plot of the next Batman game could revolve around a new villainous organization. But it's still speculation. There's really been no information about this new Batman game. So we'll just have to be patient and wait and see when they release more information about it. However, there is some notable changes that we do know, like Warner Bros. Is set to develop the game, rather than Rocksteady Studios, who made the original 3 games, for the exception of Origins. But like I said, nothing is confirmed yet because there's a rumor going around that Rocksteady still might have a hand in this game. Anyway, this game will most likely won't come out until like 2021 at best, which is a good thing considering it'll be on next-gen consoles. And speaking of next-gen consoles, both the Xbox and the PlayStation recently released the specs of their latest consoles. Now, I would explain this to you in detail, but it always annoys me hearing people say the specs and not really knowing what it means. And that's basically me. Not to mention, I doubt I would say it without messing up because I just really don't get any of this. So I'm just going to put it on the screen, and as you can see, the Xbox Series X is more powerful than the PlayStation 5. So yeah, take that, PlayStation. But I think the PlayStation 5 is a little faster, so we'll have to just see a demo before we can truly make an assessment on it. Kind of like how the Xbox Series X kind of displayed how fast or powerful the Xbox is. That you can go and play between multiple games at a time, which is a huge improvement from the Xbox One X, which is already cool. That allows you to go inside different apps like YouTube and then go back into a game. This one allows you to go into multiple games opposed to just going into one game, and then when you start a new game, it doesn't reset the previous game you were playing. So that's definitely going to be fun. I know it's not supposed to be a dispute between these two companies, especially since everyone's going to say PlayStation has better games. But my current console is an Xbox, and it has been ever since 2011, when I decided I didn't want too many consoles in my household. So I decided to just stick with Xbox, and ever since then, I feel like Xbox has been losing this war. Well, mostly I got the Xbox One because of Halo, but I'm just glad that finally Xbox gets to give PlayStation a little uppercut to the face. Even though the Xbox One X is more powerful than the PlayStation 4 Pro, it didn't come out on top like that. I think when the original Xbox One and PlayStation 4 came out, I think the PlayStation 4 was a little bit more powerful or faster. And then the Xbox made the X and then the S, or vice versa. And that's when it retained its title as the most powerful console. A lot of people are saying that the Xbox is like a PC now with its incredible specs and allowing their games to be played on all systems. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I happen to like that Xbox is consumer friendly, and I think they're doing their own thing, opposed to just chasing PlayStation, and trying to follow the who has the best game in this genre category. I think they're doing their own thing, and that's sort of refreshing that, they're sticking with their own roots. But that isn't saying that Xbox isn't giving up on games as well, considering they did buy a lot of gaming studios about 2 years ago. So they're definitely looking to rise in that department as well. I doubt we'll see any good AAA games from Xbox this year, besides the new Halo game and Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. But we can definitely look forward to a lot exclusives in the future. CD Projekt Red's CEO stated that they're set to begin working on another Witcher single-player title right after Cyberpunk 2077 officially releases, which is music to my ears. I don't really fancy when some gaming companies have good franchises and they decide to make a new IP over just sticking to what they know and improving that product. So I'm glad they're sticking with their roots and just making another Witcher game. Supposedly they will have 2 big teams working on a multiplayer component for Cyberpunk 2077 because, if The Witcher 3 made so much money without any microtransactions, just imagine how much money they will make with it. So that definitely makes sense from their perspective. And I know they stated that there won't be any microtransactions in the game, but I think that was just for the single player edition, and I think that the multiplayer edition will have microtransactions. And I doubt they'll throw the microtransactions in your face. It'll most likely just be like cosmetics and stuff to make you look cool, and probably just other DLCs that they add on to the multiplayer component, since it's said to be like a whole other game. And while they're doing that, a smaller team will be working on the next Witcher title, which means they just want to get some sort of foundation for the game going. And once they're finished with that multiplayer component for Cyberpunk 2077 entirely, they'll be comfortable to get on and jump on board to the next Witcher game with a foundation and a structure already in place. I have no idea what the story is going to be for the next Witcher game. I think their initial intention was to make Geralt kind of retire and make it more about Ciri, but considering how well the whole thing has done, and considering they made a deal with the author himself, Sapkowski, they might change their initial intentions. But who knows? I only hope it'll be just as good as The Witcher 3. And most likely we won't see this title for a while, with all the delays going around. And depending on how much work they'll put in, we'll most likely see this game sometime around 2025 at best, I think. Anyway, we can only just hope and get information about when it comes out in the future. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. I took like a 2-week break off, so I'm feeling pretty rusty. But I will definitely get into a groove where you guys see me make a lot more videos, so look forward to that. Anyway, if you guys want me to relay more news videos, just put it in the comments below. I'll definitely add more if you want me to. There's still a lot more news to cover, and I definitely plan to cover it, along with probably making a Resident Evil 3 remake review video. It won't be an expectation for this reality video, considering how the last one did. This one will probably just be more of like a layman's terms review on how I think about the game, because I plan on playing this game, so it might take a while. This one might actually be after I play the game, or it could be before, who knows. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, then please like and subscribe. It would most certainly make my day, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time.